Howdy, everybody. Wow, the music sounded a little rough on this end. Hopefully, on the actual radio side of things, it recorded okay for the podcast.
Yeah, really.
Because we are simulcasting on radio and also on YouTube live video stream. That's right. So if you're, I almost said watching. So if you're listening on radio, or maybe you've dialed into the show 714-816-4628, you can go ahead and open a new tab on a browser on one of your devices and just type in psychic.cafe/live. That's psychic.cafe/live. And you can join us on the live and you can see me and Michelle. That's right. Michelle's with me today. Yay.
Hi, everybody.
Monday, Charlotte was with me. We are like back to our normal schedule, kind of where Charlotte's on Monday and you're with me on Wednesday. And hopefully Ellie will be here tomorrow. It was hit and miss, and we were all over the place last couple of weeks. That's because a lot
Yeah.
of stuff's been happening. We had to
Mm-hmm.
postpone your show,
Mm-hmm.
which, by the way, everybody,
Yep.
will be this Saturday.
Yay. Woohoo.
What is paganism? Well, we're going to find out.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, Dan said on YouTube it sounded real rough. Yeah, sometimes that happens, and what it is, you got to realize that we are connecting to the radio side of things via a teleconference with Blog Talk Radio, the platform that does the radio, and then it turns all that into a podcast, sends it out to iTunes and Podbean and Spreaker and Spotify, you name it. And then we are dialed into the Zoom call. So we're dialed into those two different things and they're connected. Oh my God, and sometimes things sound rough on our side, but then when you listen to the recording, it's perfectly fine. Of course, we're also recording on YouTube. So yeah, on YouTube, it's just going to sound like it sounds. It's just going to be rough. Unless I want to go in and edit and dub it in and everything. Oh my God, that's way too much work.
Right. Not worth
Way
it.
too much work. That's why the production values are what they are on our shows, our lives on YouTube, because I don't know why it's doing the thumbs up, but yes, that's why. Because it's too much work. It's like we do these hour and a half, 2 hour shows sometimes, and yeah, we're not editing all that. Yeah. See, other people, we do primarily lives right now. We want to start getting out content that is shorter, informational content about tarot and numerology and astrology and Lenormand and everything psychic, But people don't realize that the average video that you're watching on YouTube that lasts somewhere between 5 minutes to maybe 20, 30, maybe longer content, and they spend hours. I mean, like 2 days, 8 hours a day to get it to look like that.
Right.
It doesn't start out actually looking like that. They're cutting everything, editing everything. They're putting in B-roll, what they call B-roll. That's when they cut away to just some video of something, that they got out of stock, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a completely different thing, the production value, when they're creating these custom high-end pre-recorded videos. That's another thing, Michelle. We're live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is infinitely harder. I remember listening to a podcaster, and the podcasts he had done before were like a regular podcast. And for those that don't
Mhm.
know, you sit down and you start recording, and if you flub something or uh drop an expletive or whatever, you can just stop, wait 5 seconds, and then redo it. And then you go into editing and you see the waveform, you see the break there, okay, this is what needs to be cut out, and then you bring it together, and so and he was talking about switching to doing live podcasts and simultaneously also doing them on YouTube. And he said it's infinitely harder. So what we do is infinitely harder, folks. I see,
Yes,
I
yes,
see
it is.
Caroline. She looks new. We're,
Yeah, from
yeah,
Belgium.
greetings from Belgium. See, we are so international.
Hello.
We are so international. Yeah, and we've always said that the Tarot Guild is the international association for professional readers, students, and advisors and enthusiasts in
Yes.
tarot and anything psychic. We've been doing this since 2004. This is our 20th year. And we have had members all over the world. We have certified tarot masters and grandmasters in Korea and Vietnam and China and Japan and India and all of Europe and Australia and New Zealand. Aroterra. I'm trying to remember how to say the actual name of
Yeah,
New.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
and,
look it up.
Hawaii and continental United States, all of North and South America. So we are
Yep,
very international, but it's really cool on our shows when our listeners, viewers are from all over the place.
it is. Yes,
It's
I
so
agree.
cool. Yeah. By the way, the phone lines are busy tonight, which is really cool, especially
Yay!
because we've been hit and miss on these Wednesday shows. I don't even think we had a Wednesday show last week, did we?
No, I think we had to cancel. Was it last week we canceled?
I think so. Oh, I know what it was. Last week was karaoke at the American Legion Post.
Right. Yep.
But a lot of these other cancellations and postponements in our show schedule is because a lot of emergency things happening. I'm on the board of directors of my local American Legion Post, and a lot of stuff going down. So have to go do all these special emergency meetings and things like that. And so they come out of nowhere. Like I get an hour notice, maybe 2 hour, and so we have to quickly switch things around. And so
Right.
like Michelle's show was a victim of that. Yes, but we postponed it to this coming Saturday, and then her regularly scheduled fourth Saturday show is the following Saturday on the 28th.
Yep.
So you're just going to be boom,
It
boom.
just works. Yeah.
Personally, who was I talking to? It was Maria or one of the other hosts or something. It might have been Charlotte on Monday, and I was saying, personally, I think that how we've been doing that in between Saturday show,
Right.
and,
Yeah.
and I call it Dax and Friends, and we invite all the hosts, just
Yes.
whoever wants to show up. Lots of fun. But I was saying to Charlotte, or it might have been Maria, but anyway, I was saying to one of our hosts, I was saying, really, I think Michelle should just get off her butt and do a show every week, and then, and not with me.
Right.
No, I need a break. It's like I love co-hosting with you, but I do on Wednesdays.
Exactly. And I need to start getting
So
out
I'm
more.
well,
Yes.
well, what I'm thinking is like, okay, so Dan needs to get off his ass and be your co-host.
Yep. I agree.
And you guys are, all of our hosts are all over the United States, Canada, we're everywhere. But you and Dan could be one of the first ever shows with two hosts that were in the same physical location. So you could both get on the same cam using the same mic, et cetera, et cetera. And then you wouldn't have to like dial in from a different place. You're like in the same place. Although some people have done that. We've had guests on, and sometimes it was like a couple, and we were doing radio only audio. And if they don't have a splitter for the earphones, and depending on the microphone setup and everything, we were doing radio, and we had to have one person go in a different bedroom and another person go, downstairs or in a different bedroom or whatever. And they call in separately on two different phones into the switchboard so we could bring them on.
Okay.
Yep. But now the way we're doing it now, using Zoom and YouTube, hey, you guys could be in the same location. Of course, Michelle's thinking right now, do I really want Dan on camera and mic with me?
Actually, I just put in the chat.
Yeah.
I just texted him, get ready.
Get ready. Yeah. He's probably all nervous. He hasn't even finished my course yet.
I
Dan,
know.
Dan joined as a lifetime member. And when we were having a sale on that, got in, both of you got in on the really great special. And my whole $297 course was included. And he
Yep.
still hasn't finished. Anyway,
This poor guy lives in
yeah,
a house with 7 women.
well, that should make him extremely intuitive, right?
Or crazy. Oh no,
It
he's already
well, we
crazy.
know the crazy part. We know the crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah,
he should come
um,
on and be intuitive, or run the
mhm.
questions to you or something.
I like this idea, and I think October we have some new things gonna be happening.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm still working on our hosting. I've been promoting that lately, telling
Yeah.
everybody, hey, join as a host. There's
Mhm.
a lot of ways to join. You could do a custom show like Michelle does, and it could be once a month, twice a month, every week. Or you can do what Michelle's doing right now. She is guest co-hosting on Psychic Cafe Live, which is our weekly show, for the network and Psychic Cafe and the Tarot Guild. Yeah. And but I don't know yet. I really don't know, Michelle. Like, I'm thinking of different possibilities because there's so many
Mhm.
ways to do it. I want to make it less complicated. I want to make it
Yes.
really simple. It's X amount a month, regardless of what you're doing. And you get membership in the guild, you get your certification, everything's included when you become a monthly host.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is sort of how it is now.
It
But
really is.
but it's kind of complicated how we do, like our custom shows. It's so
Mhm.
much, per show, and then that's one host, and then each additional host is $27 more per month. So you add that together, the number of hosts you have, and then you divide by the number of hosts you have, and you guys can split the fee, right?
Mhm.
But I'm thinking of, instead of doing it that way, because it gets very complicated. It's not complicated to me, but when I'm trying to explain it to people, and I think it's a lot easier just to say, it's $37 a month, and you can come on here and be a guest co-host, get your feet wet. If you want to do a custom show, and the way we could do it, instead of charging per show, what we say is, if you want a custom show, it's still $37 per host, but you have to have a minimum of two or three hosts per show to make it custom. So you have to get together with another host or bring in another host on, which is the ideal thing. So like, you'd be bringing on Dan, and
Yeah, he would be my
yeah, and then you can have a custom show. You could do it weekly. No,
uh
I want to do away with the uh bi-weekly and the monthly. And the reason for that is I want to make things simple. So
right.
the one simple fee schedule. And by the way, anybody listening out there, you can get in on this. If you've always wanted to do a YouTube live or a channel, or a show, you've always wanted to do a radio show, a podcast, but the learning curve, right? Yeah, but we've been doing this for 14 years. We're in our 15th year. So you can come and hop on with us, and we'll teach you how to do everything. And you can come in and promote yourself on the shows, let people get to know, like, and trust you. And then they're going to want to get readings with you, buy your reports and your astrology charts and your books and your decks and whatever your products and services are, And that's the beauty of podcasting, of live radio and live YouTube and so forth like that. And you don't have to worry about the learning curve. But at some point, if you want to branch off and start a YouTube channel somewhere, or podcast somewhere or something like that, a lot of our hosts coming through have done that. They were with us for a couple of years and then they went off and did their own thing. Yeah. So to finish up there, what I meant by making it simple is you have X amount per host. And then when two or more hosts get together, they can do a show, every Saturday, every Sunday, every Friday, every Tuesday, whatever, and we can do multiple shows per day. And my goal is I want to do, just to start off, the first goal, 2 shows a day, 7 days a week.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
14 shows and a minimum of 2 persons per show. So that's a minimum of like 28 to 30 hosts. And we used to have that. And
Yeah.
our old channel, Psychic Talk, if you go back 5 years, we had 14 shows going.
Right.
Or at least I may have that wrong. We had 14 or 16 hosts. Maybe it was approximately, I know a show every day, 7 shows, but there was also some additional shows as well on some of those days. And sometimes it was like, a bi-weekly show or a monthly. And yeah, I just want to simplify everything. I want to get away from that. Also, make it a lot cheaper for each person.
Right.
Instead of them having to put like the weekly shows are $97. And that's one host paying that. And we've had a lot of hosts do that. If there's 2 hosts, you add in $27. If you have 3 hosts, another $27. So as an example, a show every Friday with 3 hosts would split out to like approximately $50 per host, right? So it's still, it's still doing kind of the same thing, but it's simplifying everything. And instead of like being able to get it down to 50, it's like everybody's just paying 37. That way it's it's cheaper than Blog Talks, cheaper than any of the other platforms out there where you have to pay.
Right.
And I just think it's, really simplified. So I kind of wanted to run that by everybody and put that out there in the podcast blogosphere thingy, radio and YouTube here. And that way
Yeah.
people could start thinking, oh, I could join and, be a co-host. Or if I want to do,
Yeah.
or they can think, if you want to do let's say you want to do your own like astrology show, grab another astrologer and the 2 of you can start a show, and it's $37 per host. Just real simple pricing.
Yep.
Yep. So, that's a new thing going, we're prepping on that to go into the new year, and I'm kind of excited
Yeah.
about it. And I'd love to get a lot more hosts on the network, get us back to, we still already do a lot of shows, but I want to get back to doing, shows all the time. And the whole idea
Right.
is all of our hosts are getting promoted, and then they have content on Psychic Cafe. They have their own pages on Psychic Cafe, and we're able to drive traffic and uh,
Yeah.
get everybody readings and other products and so forth that you're selling, like your friend that does the 3D printing.
Yes.
I went to the mailbox today, and there was a care package from Michelle and Dan,
Ah,
and look, a 3D printed, articulated green dragon. And you guys know how I'm into the dragon. See, it's got the wings. There's the wings, and it's got a chain on it, and it's 3D printed. It's actually pretty amazing. I don't even know how they connect these things. Anyway, it's
I
like,
know. It was so cool watching it being made.
oh man, that is. Thank you guys very much for that. Also, I am
Absolutely.
ready for next month. I am ready for Halloween. Look what I got in the mail from Michelle, the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. And it is a cute little deck. I mean, look at the difference. much much smaller, but let's pull this out. I'll show you guys the backs. There we go. Look at the owls and the bat up there,
Yes.
and then like it's a tarot, so it's the Ace of Cups, like that, Two of Cups. Let me find some of the other stuff. Oh, I love this Nine of Pentacles. Plus, it's got the purple, more
Yes.
violet, but that's our color scheme, guys. And then what else do we got going here?
So I like the Ace of Swords.
What about the Three of Swords? Remember how we talked about
Oh, yes.
that? The Three of Swords is so cool because it is so close to um the way I think of the Three of Swords. I always tell people it's swords, it's thoughts, it's not emotions, even though it's the card of anguish and all these emotions and stuff like that. But the way that card is really cool because I wonder if I can find it real quick. Here it is. Three of Swords. Yeah. Because the swords are thoughts and ideas. They're going right into the skull of this head of this in it is just really cool. And look how the hilts of the swords are bat wings and all. That is so cool. Now, I just got this. I have not all the cards were in order, but now I'm going to try to shuffle because I haven't tried to shuffle it yet. First time ever shuffling. And it's like a maybe even smaller than a poker deck.
I think a little bit. Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
teensy bit. I mean, this is tiny, guys. This is tiny.
It's so small.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Wow. Ten of
Oh, I love
Pentacles.
it.
I'm gonna
I
have
have not fully gone through this deck yet either.
yeah, I gotta go through it all. I looked at a bunch of the cards, but not all 78 yet. But look,
Yeah.
look how easy we were talking about reversals or not using reversals on Monday's show with Charlotte. And one of the things I forgot to mention is that um, she talked about how she shuffles and so she doesn't get reversals. And I was going to show that's the same thing with me is like I'm doing it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I cut the deck to do a rifle shuffle is I'm cutting it like that so that when you rifle them together, Nevada style, Las Vegas, where you guys are, um, they always stay upright.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's my new toy. I'm so excited. And my other new toy
Yes.
with the dragon. I'm so excited. Speaking of cars though, I got a cool message today. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Star card. Really cool. So
Hmm.
Queen of Wands, confidence, Star card, hope, right? Um, tap into your optimism, your gratitude with the hope card, with the star, and then focus on your passion here. Okay. And this is the thing, we don't realize how people are seeing us. These cards coming up together tell me that others are seeing you with like the self-assurance that you exude, and they're like literally moving out of your way in admiration. Hold this in your chest and challenges will melt before you as you move forward. And I feel it's telling me that focusing on the optimism and holding that in, and then focusing on your passion moving forward is the key. Anyway, that's what I got. What'd you get, Michelle?
Well, I got the Four of Cups and the Fool card.
Oh,
And I feel like I have it backwards or something here. Here we go. And I feel like the Four of Cups is telling you that up here is something that you're forgetting something. But if you really take the time to listen, you are going to be able to remember what it is about yourself that you are missing, because you need to start something new. But as soon as you hear what it is, you'll be able to do that. But I feel like there's a blockage, and you need to really pay attention and maybe even tap into your own higher self to figure out what you're missing, because now is the time. I don't know what for, but now is the time.
cool. Ah, now we'll see if those messages resonate with anybody out there.
Yes.
Often they become a theme for the readings on the shows too. All righty. We're getting ready to take some phone calls and take some questions in chat. Yeah, that's the other way. If you go to psychic.cafe/live, join us on the live, the video stream, and right next to it, of course, is the chat right there. Or if it's on your phone, I guess it's below. You can just pop your question in the chat. Yeah. And sometimes we get to those faster. Or dial in 714-816-4628. We have so many calls, though. I think we're going to be more heavy, Michelle, leaning on the calls. So I think on this show, your best bet is to just dial into the show. 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That puts you in the caller queue, lets us know you want to be live on air with us. Meanwhile, in the chat, Mariana, Brandon, the Big M is back. Yay. Big M was,
Oh, yay.
remember Big M? Big M was with
Yeah.
us on Monday. Maria G. Moss, one of our hosts, Dan, of course, Dan
Hi,
Matheny.
Maria.
Michelle's hubby's in there. He's one of our moderators. Drops of Jupiter's back. Caroline from the beginning of the show. And Ladybug.
Hi,
Ladybug
Ladybug.
Love. Ladybug Love. Ladybug Love. Ladybug Love. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat. We take them in the order they come in, unless, let me put this in the chat, psychic.cafe/coffee. If you go to our coffee page, buy us a cup of coffee, and then let us know in the chat, we'll take your question in chat or your phone call, drop in your area code and your name, and tell us you bought a cup of coffee. Guess what? We jump the queue. We take your call first, no waiting. We spend more time with you. We let you ask, we're a lot more lenient anyway with additional questions, hopefully in reference to the same, question, but maybe clarifiers and things like that. We'll spend more time with you. We'll both pull cards because typically we go back and forth, and so yeah, it's a great deal. And you're just buying us a cup of coffee. So it's psychic.cafe/coffee. Go pop over there and do that and let us know in the chat. If you're on the phone lines, again, you have to go to psychic.cafe/live and get in the live. Or if you're already on YouTube, do a search for the Psychic Cafe, and look for our channel. Go into the channel. You'll see the live. Join us in the live in the chat there on the live. Let us know that you bought us a cup of coffee and your area code, and we'll bring you on. Meanwhile, though, we're going to take the calls in the order that they came in, and the first caller was area code 216. Are you there, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Sharon from Ohio.
Sharon from Ohio. How's it going?
And I'm doing good. I'm almost falling asleep, man. This is late for me. I get up at I'm sure you do too, but my goodness, I'm getting old. I just can't stay up like I used to. But anyhow, all those.
I'm the same way,
Okay,
but
so yeah.
it's early here. I'm on West Coast time. I'm in Arizona, but I'm on West Coast time right now. It's 7 o'clock now.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah, I know.
November, when is it? When the daylight savings changes? I think November.
November 3rd or 11th.
And then everybody else will shift except us. We don't change our clocks. So we move from Pacific time,
Oh,
like California, to Mountain time, like Denver, Colorado, and such. So I have to,
wow.
everybody else, all of my hosts all around the United States and Canada and everything, you know, we're always on the same time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, unless it's on the weekend shows, it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And nothing changes for them. Nothing changes for the listeners, the callers, the viewers on YouTube, except me. I'm the one that has to frickin' change my entire schedule. I got to get up an hour earlier. Oh, man.
Right.
So, what did you want to chat about, Sharon? Is it the craziness in Springfield? I hear that, I hear that the Haitians have taken over the world, and oh my God, it's awful.
You're funny, boy. You're in the perfect job. You are such a communicator.
Yes, I'm a Gemini. It just fits me perfectly. Mercury,
Are you?
Yeah, Gemini with Mercury and I forget what Venus rising, something like that. But I'm not an astrologer. I'm a tarot reader and a numerologist.
Right.
Okay. So no, that's wonderful. So you know what? Either one of you or both of you, I don't know how you do it. I'd like you to look what's coming up for me in like the next 60 days at my career. I love my job. What do you see coming up? It's a lot of work. A lot of changes are coming up.
Okay, Michelle, while you're
the
doing
next
that,
60
I'm gonna look at questions in chat while you're doing that.
Okay, so what's coming up for your career in the next 60 days?
up in my position. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. So I have for you the tree and the resource cards. So I feel like when it comes to your career, there is going to be some sort of maybe a promotion or a movement or something to do with resources, because we've got the resource card, which is the fish. Okay. And then with the tree, the tree is talking about health and your body and setting down roots. So I almost feel like wherever this position is taking you with this job, it's going to be in a healing position where you are going to have the ability to maybe have more outreach with other people, more communication with people, where you can be more effective in helping them maybe with a mental health aspect. I feel like you are going to be in a position to help heal somebody. I'm sorry?
I'm in banking. I'm in banking, accounting. I don't do healing work at all.
And
I love my job. That's
absolutely. But healing does not always come in a medical field. So you may be put into a position where you are able to speak more with customers, and that alone is more of a communication, if that makes sense.
Or you might be called to mediate something, or I mean, there's so many things that could be healing, right?
Yep.
I work with clients now, some older, just depends on who I'm helping, but I pretty much do now, but you see, I could have another change, you're saying.
You could very well, because I drew the feminine card, the woman card.
Okay.
So you could be mentoring somebody, and that's where the healing could be
Okay.
coming from. You might be put into a position where you might be training or mentoring somebody new, because it's the younger woman in the deck.
Oh, Dan just said in the chat, financial healing. I don't know what that is, but sounds good to me.
Financial work
That is
is
fun.
very stressful.
You guys, I love my job, you guys. I like being in banking, but go on. But I like healing as a hobby. I do all that stuff as a hobby. Now, what were you going to say? I'm
Maybe
sorry.
there's
Go
a
ahead.
way to combine it, that's
Right. Yeah.
who knows.
We'll be
They do
looking
have
for a
they do
younger
have
woman
A
to
younger
be
woman?
coming in. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for the
Okay.
call, Sharon.
Thank you so much,
Thank
both of you.
you.
Thank you.
Right. And the holidays are coming up. We'll see you soon. Give us another call,
Absolutely.
I think area code 509 is next. Let's see what 509 has to say. Hello, 509. What's your name?
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
Hi, good evening. My name is Erica, and I'm calling from Washington State.
Oh, I miss Washington. I lived in Lake Stevens and Seattle and Everett, and I miss it. SeaTac.
I lived in Seattle.
Yeah, the good old days. That's when I was young.
Yep.
How are you, Erica?
I'm pretty good. Thank you.
What would you like to chat about?
Well, I lost my dog 3 weeks ago, and I've been looking for him. I drive around. I got a tip yesterday from a lady telling me that she saw him in her yard, that he was pooping in her yard and playing with her chihuahua. Some of these leads, I don't know if they're really, accurate, but I just wanted to know, if you see my dog running around or if somebody has him.
I think more running around. And I know you're on the phone. You probably can't see this unless you're on the YouTube channel too, but I have the full card here, and the dog is running around. And then look at this, Michelle, the death card with the dogs running around. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I always tell people tarot can't be that specific and literal, and then it will show me up every time. So yeah, that's what I think is going on. To answer your question, and but I definitely think that your dog's still out there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, because I drive around like I've been driving like crazy. My grandma's like, just forget about him already. Like he ain't coming back. He would have already came back. But
not necessarily, because there are all those stories of dogs that have disappeared for months and months and months, and they end up back. So yep. I wouldn't give up hope, and find all the websites where you can post missing dogs and stuff like that, and all the different God, there's so many ways you can do it right nowadays.
Yep.
The SPCA and the even Craigslist, things like that, as well as doing flyers and things. Yeah,
I've been doing the posting, and but it's just insane how I drive around and I just never find him. Like I'll go on for hours and hours, and the reason too why I was very curious is because I feel like some people try to take advantage, and they want me to wire money for information, and I'm like, no, that's not how it works. We meet in person, in public, and I only have cash, so that's why. There was a man telling me, oh, my neighbor has him, and but I need you to send me money for information, and it's kind of obvious that he might be lying, and
Yeah.
That's a typical
but yeah,
scam.
Yeah.
yes, and so that's why I was wondering if he's running around. Like, I worry if he's hungry, thirsty, injured, like mama thoughts over
Yeah.
here. And
Well, I wish
I
Charlotte was
want
with
to find
us,
him.
because Charlotte is an animal communicator, and she can get information. We're not animal communicators, but what I was getting. Oh, hold
Mhm.
on. Hold on. There's a lot of noise coming from your line there. So I wish Charlotte was here, but I don't even think she's in the chat. Is she in the chat?
No.
No, Shalisha just came in. Hi, Shalisha.
Yep.
And then Maria says report list purse on, I don't know what she's trying to say. I think she means list the missing dog on Paw Booster's website. Okay, Paw Boosters. That's a cool idea. But if Charlotte was here, she might be able to tap in. But I told you I showed you the cards I got. It shows the dog running around. I mean, two cards right, boom, boom, next to each other like that, Michelle, and it's showing the same thing.
Mhm.
Intuitively, I'm not getting any, really bad negative feeling or anything like that. I don't think the dog is passed or anything like that. I just think that he's out there. Yeah. So anyway, we have a ton of calls. We got to move on, Erica. Sorry about you dealing with this, but I hope you'll find, did she say it was a him or her?
I think it was a him.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, her neighbor saw him. Yeah.
Okay. I hope you find him real soon. Don't give up hope, because what was the cards of the day?
That's
The
right.
star
The
card.
star
Hope,
card. Hope
hope and
and dream.
optimism, right?
Yep.
And then the Queen of Wands, which is that fire energy, that passion. So it's literally,
I had the full card.
and I had the full card, just now. So
Yeah, that's right.
it's about, the full card is about taking a leap of faith. And the
Yep.
death card that I got, both of which have dogs on them running around. And the death card is one door closes, another door opens. Okay. Doesn't mean death, right? Okay. And I know people see that card and they go, oh my God, the dog's dead. No, that's not what it means.
No.
Okay. It means something changing. Okay. Transition. And that may be that maybe you don't find him. But I think he's out there. Okay. And from the cards of the day, and it's I love the synchronicities and how they all just lock in and everything, and the star card is saying you got to maintain the optimism and have gratitude, and then focus on your passion. And in this case, obviously, it would be talking about focusing in on your passion for him, finding him, and so forth. Don't allow yourself to focus on the lack, like him not being there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's taking a while, because it could take 6 months. There's these stories of dogs that like disappeared, ended up in another part of the country, and then ended up coming all the way back. I mean, just outrageous.
On a joyride. Yeah.
So the trouble is we focus in on the lack, we focus in on the negative, and we're telling the universe, oh, Erica wants more of that, let's give Erica more of that. What you really have to do is you have to focus in, like the Queen of Wands, on that passion, follow your passion, and maintain the optimism with the star card. Okay, before we take another phone call, stuff going on in the chat, like I message. It's pawboost.com. PAW boost.com is Maria saying. Very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of questions that I wrote down here. Brandon wants to know, is there anything good coming in my near future? So it's kind of like a general near future. Why don't you go ahead and pull a card on that?
All right.
And then I'm going to do the big M. The big M wants to know, is anything blocking me? So let's take a look. Okay, so I'm getting the 5 of Pentacles. That's how you're feeling right now out in the cold here. But there's help right behind you. The help is there. Okay. 3 of Wands. That's literally your ship coming in. Okay. And then the Tower card. So I'm mostly getting no's here. There doesn't seem to be a block. What it's saying is that you feel, here you go, Michelle. You feel there's a block and you feel 5 of Pentacles, but really what you need to do is a shift in foundations, the Tower card. This is the only major arcana, by the way. And you need to get rid of the beliefs that are holding you back. It's not a blockage in the sense of, I think, what you're asking. It might be construed as a block, but really it's just a belief and attitude, something that no longer serves you. You need to let go of that. And once you do, your ship comes in.
Yep.
So there's the message for the big M. What did you get for Brandon? You have anything good coming up?
So for Brandon, what good is coming for you in the near future is if you are feeling like you are trapped, because I've got this labyrinth card here. Okay, so if you're feeling like you are trapped, then it is time to make a choice. Okay, and we have the decision card, the choice card. And both doors are beautiful. So it does not matter which door you choose because both are going to be beneficial. The problem is you need to make a choice because you're off balance and you need the stability. Okay. So you have the anchor card, and that is telling you once you get yourself in balance, you'll be able to make this choice. And then you'll be able to crawl out of being trapped. Okay. And then when you have that choice and you get settled, you'll be able to start moving forward and making good decisions and getting manifestations going and start rolling in on more of a spiritual aspect if you want. Okay. So I
Awesome.
hope that resonates with you.
Hope that helps you out, Brandon. Shalisha's got a question in there too. I'm adding your question. Remember, Shalisha, because she's asking in the chat. Remember, we take the questions in the order that they get put in, unless you go and buy us a cup of coffee, which I'll put that back in the chat there. Psychic.cafe/coffee. It's like our tip jar. And you send us a cup of coffee and we will jump to your question first. Same thing with the phone lines. If you're on the phone lines and you don't want to wait, you don't want to, like, we may not get to your call. So if you want to make sure we get to your call, you go buy us a cup of coffee, let us know in the chat on YouTube and give us your area code and your name, and we will stop whatever we're doing. We'll go right to your call. So you can be assured that you there goes the thumb. You can be assured that your call is going to be taken and we're going to do your reading. And we'll spend more time on your reading. We'll let you ask additional questions. Both of us will pull cards instead of one or the other. Things like that. Yeah, it's the best deal. It's a great deal out there. But we will be getting to, Brandon says, thanks, guys. This resonates.
Absolutely.
So Brandon says, this resonates, but for the recent past, I've made this tough choice last summer. Oh, okay. And but he says, thanks, guys. Okay. And oh, by the way, the big M, that I just did,
Yes.
that he said,
Yes.
or she, is it she or he? I don't know. The big M's been coming in here all this time, and I don't know if it's the big Marvin or the big Mary or what the big M. Anyway, they're going to have to let us know. Celicia has a question about her surgery exam. We'll be getting to other questions in a little bit here. We got to go back to the phone lines. Oh, real quick. I did pull cards for Mariana, who was asking for a general for October. Michelle, can you pull for Ladybug? Messages for my household this month. I love it because it's like our regular, we get regular general questions, but
Yeah.
what a different way to word it. Messages for my household this month. And that could be a lot of different things, could be other people in your household, could be all kinds of stuff. Very fascinating. So the general message for Mariana, and it keeps tripping me up because she spells her name with a J, Marijana.
That's right.
And as I look at it real quick, I think it's marijuana.
Yep.
So general for October. First of all, drop dead without having to pull any more cards. We get the sun card. So that means things are optimistically fantastic for October for you. And notice how it has all the oranges, like pumpkins and Halloween and harvest and, all those harvest colors. Woo. In the sun card there. Now, 5 of Wands, it's saying that you should build something with other people. When I saw this instantly, I got parties popped in my head. That you should be putting together gatherings as we're moving into the holiday season. Halloween's going to be here before you know it. Also, there's opportunities for love. Because I'm getting the 2 of Cups and I'm getting the Page of Cups. So I don't know if you're seeing somebody right now. If you're not, it looks like there's someone that could come in that maybe has a younger outlook on life or is chronologically younger than you. Or if you're already with somebody, there's an opportunity to rekindle the romance. Okay, so there you go. That was for Mariana for general for October. Yeah.
Okay. And I am pulling for Ladybug. Okay, so for your household, we have got the coffin and the well. So your household needs to have an ending to something that's going on, and it needs to be buried deep and out of the house. I don't know if that's a behavior, an attitude, a situation. It could be anything, but it needs to be cut away from the house. I also got the child card. So things need to take on a more youthful attitude or energy in the house. And we've got the bear. Okay. So there also needs to be some structure, maybe with some strength and compassion to set some balance. I see more balance being needed in your household. But add a little adventure into the household, add a little playtime. Add, if you have to have family nights, just take things and make the energy in your household more solid, a solid foundation. Okay. And that's just what I'm seeing, and I hope it is really helpful for you.
Awesome. And so we'll get back to questions in chat in just a couple of minutes. We're going to go to the phone lines here. People have been waiting. Real quick before that, I'm going to let you know that Ellie will be joining me tomorrow night live here on the Psychic Cafe.
Yay.
Yes. And as we mentioned earlier, your show has been postponed Michelle, to this coming Saturday, the 21st.
Yes.
And the topic is, what is paganism? And then we're also going to be talking about paganism on the 28th show as well, although you have not told me the title yet, so I don't know what to put. Anyway, but
I
that,
know.
that's
I
called
know.
throwing Michelle under the bus. She also told me that, of course, she's doing Halloween for the October shows, but again, she's not told me what the titles are. Okay. What are the topics? You got to make it up for me and tell me. But we're going to be talking
Okay.
about paganism. And I already know that you mentioned, Michelle, your personal brand of paganism, which will be very interesting to hear about.
Right?
And I have other great news, and that is the next day is Sunday, the 22nd. And Pamela Steele is going to be able to join me for a live show on Sunday.
Yay! Woohoo!
Super excited about that. Yep. So if you're enjoying all these shows and you're, popping in here all the time, feel free to leave us a tip, just send us some love. Go over to psychic.cafe/coffee. And we still have a sale going on. That you could really help us out and also get something great in return, because my course is normally, well, relatively $300. Tarot by the numbers. You learn tarot and numerology side by side, 11 video modules. Some of them have more than one video in them, though. But 11 video modules, and it's normally $299. It's only $199 right now. You get $100 off. $100 off right now. So it's $199, but you also get your professional certification and membership in the guild. Certification is normally $138 per level, and membership is normally $78 per year. You get that included free. So you're saving totally over $300. Yeah. And it's psychiccafe.school. Here, let me see if I can pop that in the chat for everybody in chat here. Psychic.cafe/school. Yeah. But hey, if you don't need my course, if you're already, you might have been reading tarot, or maybe you're not even into cards, astrologer, numerologist, maybe you do Lenormand or oracle cards or Kipper or something else like that. We've got specials for you too. That's right. So if you're already a professional and you want to get your certification, it's just $69 now. Remember, I mentioned it's $138 per level, half price right now, $69. And so if you're already a member of the guild, you'll find a link to take advantage of it. By the way, Michelle jumped on this, right, Michelle?
I did.
Michelle already had her certification at the first level, because certified tarot reader, because it's included with the lifetime membership that we were sale that we were having a whiles back, beginning of the year. But the next level is certified tarot professional. And if you're not a tarot reader, don't worry. We have a certified psychic advisor, certified professional psychic advisor. We have all the levels in any modality that you do now. The guild's open to everything, not just tarot. Okay.
Yeah.
We can test you and certify you in any psychic art. It's not that hard. No. Anyway, but Michelle jumped on it and got that half price for $69 and got her certified tarot professional, the next level up. And now she's working on, what are you working on?
Let's see.
God, you've got the picture right there. Look, that's what the card. So she shrunk it down and laminated it. Can you believe that? That is the coolest.
Yeah, it's wallet size.
That's one of the coolest things any of our members has ever done. Okay. So yeah, that's her certificate for certified tarot professional. And now she's working on certified tarot master.
Yes.
So if you're already a member of the guild and you're not a lifetime member, you can get the first level for $69. If you're already certified by us, hey, maybe it's time. Maybe you are ready for certified tarot professional, or certified tarot master. Or maybe you're a certified tarot master and you're ready for grandmaster. Guess what? Each level is 69 right now.
Yep.
Yeah. But if you're not a member, I've made an extra special deal. This is way less than half price. Remember I said $78 a year for membership, $138 for professional certification. You can get both. Get your membership and get certified for $99. Psychic.cafe/school. Also, by the way, my private sessions are on there right now, and they're not half price. They're what, 31% off? They're 69.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it came out 31%, was because I won at 69, like the professional certification, the half price. Yeah, that's what I was aiming for. And then I had to do a backwards calculation and go, oh, that's 31%. So there you go. We're going to go back to the phone line. Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. Who's been waiting the longest? 401. Area code 401. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Terry. I'm calling from Rhode Island.
Terry from Rhode Island.
Oh,
Terry with an
hello.
I.
Yep, Keri.
Ooh,
I get a
okay.
lot of misspellings.
Gotcha. So what do you want to chat about?
I've just been enjoying your show tonight. Just kind of taking in, the full moon energy, and I did some yoga last night. I always have a good full moon yoga, but the energy's been a little heavy. So I'm open to anything you may have for me. I don't know if you're just doing card readings or, maybe surrounding a love interest in my life, or, a relationship that I've had in my life for quite a while now. It's more of a friendship, but it's something that I'm not sure if it's just karmic or, sometimes I feel like it's a distraction. I cross paths with this person often. And sometimes that happens, but you're just meant to keep walking, So, I'm there's no reason for it. I just, it's been in the back of my mind a little bit.
Oh, okay. Let's see what Michelle's coming up with there.
Okay. So I got the compass card. So I feel like, okay. So there's this person is coming in, and I've got the heart card. So someone is definitely coming in, okay? And there is someone that has your I feel like they definitely have strong feelings for you. But I also have the child card. So this person may I feel like this is a very long-standing, like you had mentioned, relationship. It is a very youthful, you said you've ran into him before. So this child card feels very nostalgic in a way. So I feel like the compass is like pulling you two together like magnets, because that's, inside the compass. And with the heart card, there may be something there. And so it might be time to just start, having communication.
Yeah. After a period of no contact for a while, we saw each other for about a year and a half, but it was probably like 10 months, and then sort of crossed paths, and it happened a little bit more over the summer, but not intentionally, and everything was positive. And it's just, do I go down, stay there straight and narrow, is that a distraction? Because so
it almost feels like there is a connection that you two just need to be in contact, even on a friendship level, because there is that magnetic pull.
Right. Absolutely. But yeah, just trying to, I haven't spoken to him, in a few days or whatnot, but it's not a constant need to, not, not taking over my thoughts or anything, but, it was in the back of my mind today, just a little bit, because there's some energy around him that I'm not really too keen on, I think there's just other people surrounding him, and it's just a little messy. So
sometimes the best relationships are the ones that are kept at a distance.
Right.
Kept for lack of better wording, kept on a leash.
Yeah.
I've created really strong boundaries around myself.
Boundaries,
and,
yes.
Not in the same place. Yeah, not in the same place I was when we were together. So I'm just a different person, and trying to maintain that.
Yes, absolutely. Maintain the boundaries and keep a distance, but be able to communicate.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Oh, it's interesting when you were holding the cards up. One card was 42, the other one was 24.
Oh,
same
goodness.
Numbers opposite. Both cards have 6 energy.
6. Yes.
Which is the harmony and balance. So, and she's doing it right with the balancing, but it's harmony and nurturing energy. 6 nurturing energy. Okay, so we'll come back to the phone calls in just a minute. This is a great time to call in. We might be able to squeeze you in. 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. We have a few calls that have called in, but they have not pressed the number 1. So we're assuming that you're just listening to the show, and that's perfectly fine. You can dial in at 714-816-4628, which by the way, write that down, is good for all of our shows. But what was I going to say? But go ahead and dial in, and don't press 1, and you can just listen to the show. We've got 50 lines. We don't mind you just calling in. But if you want to be live on air with Michelle and I, you got to push 1 on that dial pad. And then we got and a couple of them just did. Okay. And then we've got the one, the only, the amazing Sean from Connecticut.
Ooh.
Waiting in the wings. I see him on that switchboard. But jumping back to the chat real quick, we had that question from Salisha. And basically it was about she sat for her surgery exam on the 10th of September, and she's asking, you mean you sat for an exam on the 10th 8 days ago and you still don't know the outcome? So she's wondering if she will pass in one go. Okay. Here's the answer. Maybe. Maybe. I got the 7 of Wands, which suggests that you have the high ground. I mean, if you don't pass this time, you're going to pass. In fact, in the very next card, the only major arcana. No, wait a minute. No, I got the Empress card too, but the Wheel of Fortune suggests, showing right up in the beginning here, that maybe you will this go around, but definitely the Wheel of Fortune, when that shows up, fortune is turning in your favor. The Queen of Cups suggests that you already know. You know how you did. You have an intuitive feeling about this. You probably know whether you passed or not on this first go. And then right next to that, the 5 of Swords. Yeah. This is the aftermath of a battle. Nobody's happy here, winners and losers. There's a strong possibility, because out of 5 cards, I got 3 no's and 2 yeses. And one of them is a major arcana card. That's really good. I'm sorry, 2 of them are major arcana cards. I keep doing that. Those are the yeses. And then we got these other cards. I feel like there's something left to be done. I feel like, so with 3 no's, that means it's leaning no, but it's not a strong no. Okay. So there could, it could turn out that you pass this time around. But the timing card is the Empress card 3. The number 3 is talking about creativity and communication. The Empress is about birthing something, creating. The 3 is a good clue. I feel like if not the first go around, definitely by the third, maybe the second. I wish it was real specific. I wish it was a nice fat yes, and I got like a couple of aces, which is 1, which means 1 go around. I mean, I wish it was clear, but it's not. It's not. It's and it's leaning towards maybe not this go around. Okay. But again, I have to emphasize that in the beginning, 7 of Wands, this suggests you have the high ground. 7 is also the seeker, might require maybe a little more restudy. And then with the Wheel of Fortune showing up, literally fortune is ready to turn in your favor. If it doesn't happen this time around, it'll definitely happen by the second time around. And then with that 3 card, the Empress, 3 at the max. I don't know how many times they let you take that exam, but
I don't know either.
I feel like she's gonna, gonna be able to pass at some point there. And let's see. I think that's it from the chat. So we're gonna go back to the phone lines and finish this stuff up. Here. Area code 505 has been waiting the longest. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Patricia. I'm calling from New Mexico.
Was it Trisha or Patricia?
Either way.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I was hearing multiple things. And I'm sorry, I missed it. Did you say Colorado? Where are you calling? Where are you calling?
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Okay, well, close enough on the other side. Anyway, I'm sitting down here in Arizona. It's all the same thing to me. All those states up there. Even all the way to where Michelle is in Nevada. So, what do you want to ask about?
Well, I wanted to ask a question about. I recently made a complaint to my city about a neighbor whose weeds are just out of control, and it's against code enforcement. And I was wondering how that's going to go.
All right, I'll take a look at that. Okay, strength card, hang in there. Ace of Pentacles. It looks like something's going to be handled. Not anytime soon, though. Okay, so the timing is the 6 of Cups, the nostalgia card. Okay, so I'm feeling 6 weeks, maybe 6 months before anything happens. They're slow as molasses. And in fact, look at this. Look at the visual on this, Michelle.
Wow.
The 7 of Swords,
Yeah.
And look behind the kid.
It's all weeds.
It's all weeds and high grass. And and look how slow the individual carrying the swords is. Swords are thoughts and ideas. Look how slow he's walking. He's trying to carry all those swords out. Yeah. It's not looking really great as far as timing wise. Now, will it actually happen? I think so. And the central focus card in the center was this Ace of Pentacles. It looks really good, but the Strength card is suggesting, okay, that's inner fortitude. That's like, Trish, you got to just hang in there. It can be a little bit. you
Yeah.
know? I mean, best case scenario, something breaks loose, happens, takes place in the next 6 weeks. But it could go a lot longer. I'm just saying. Don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what's showing up anyway.
Well, you don't. I mean, I made an anonymous phone call, so you don't see them retaliating or finding out it was
No,
me who called.
I wasn't seeing anything negative like that. In fact, it's really quite positive. It's just the spin I'm putting on it, is like, well, and especially with it being an anonymous one, yeah, they'll get to that in 6 months.
Mhm.
If they're,
They'll
you know,
take their
Oh boy.
time.
if there's no suit going on, legalities, people showing up live in person going, I'm Jane Smith, I live next door to Joe Blow, he's doing if you're just doing this anonymous, it's going to take a lot longer. I'm just saying. That's just, I don't need the tarot cards for that. It's just common knowledge. But I wish you good luck on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. At least
Thanks for
something's going
calling
to
in.
happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. I just loved that though when I pulled those cards and got that, which one was it? The
The
swords, seven
swords,
swords.
seven of swords.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, you can't get better than that. I mean, literally the high grass right behind them.
Yep.
I mean, it's like poor Trish. She's just going to be in the weeds for a while.
I know, poor thing.
So now we are so lucky we have the world famous Sean from Connecticut. Oh my God. Are you there, Sean? I've never heard Sean be quiet like that.
Me neither.
Sean, did you fall asleep? Remember, he's way, way east. It's like, the East Coast is
Oh, there
10:57
he
right
is.
now.
Hi,
There he is.
Sean.
He finally woke up.
How's it going?
Sean, can't hear a word you're saying, Sean. Something's wrong with your phone. I can hear you a little bit, but it sounds like you're about a mile away.
Yep.
Yeah. How is this now?
There he is.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, how are you guys? How are you?
Good.
Real
How are
good.
you?
What's wrong with you? No,
Everything's fine with that. With me.
you don't sound good, Sean. You
The
don't
reason
sound
I
your
called was I had a question for you. So
yeah.
I sent an application to the hospital where they're doing the healing program I want to get into, and I hadn't heard yet. I'm going to have an interview with this hospital very soon. So I wonder how that's going to go.
Oh, okay. Okay. Michelle's already working on it.
So you're having an interview with who?
A local hospital on a healing touch program, which is a lot like Reiki.
I
Okay.
remember you saying about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got
About 2 weeks ago.
we have got
In the application, I'm just waiting to hear back from the person who runs the program, and I want to see how this is going to go with the interview and how things go after that.
okay. Well, we've got the cross and the key. So now is with this interview, it may have felt like you were struggling through it, but you've unlocked some new areas for yourself. Okay. And the compass, again with the compass, time is a matter here. They're going to be maybe taking a little bit longer to get back to you than you want, but we've got the child card, and that is a very positive card, and I feel like they will be calling you very soon. Okay. but it's going to be a little bit longer than what you would like.
Yeah, I
so
know. I had that suspicion. But in any event, that I really wanted to get into, and I had a good vibe about this program. And what you may not know is this program goes back to prior to 2020, but everything got suspended just before I was going to interview for the program because of the pandemic. And then it just got picked up again recently when my friend Charlene, who's also involved in this program, told me it just got restarted.
Wow. Okay. Yes, it looks really good. I think this is a really good position for you. I see where you will be doing a lot of healing. And that's
I've been wanting to do for a long time.
And that's where the cross and the key come in, because you will be helping people to unburden and to be able to open up and unlock themselves.
Those are pretty cards. Those are the same color too. Those two.
They are, and they're both. One boils down to a 3 or a 9, and one boils down to a 6.
Oh, yeah, it's that creativity numbers.
Which still boils down to 6.
I'm the phone, by the way. We're having phone problems here, so I didn't know those issues.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out too a little bit, Sean.
Yeah.
But thanks for the call. I hope that helped out.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much, guys. Good night.
We'll talk to you next time. And in the chat, Michelle, who was it? It was Sem, S-E-M.
Yes.
Asking, I like the tarot deck. Can I ask what the tarot deck is called? And I wasn't sure because I read it really quickly and I didn't know if Sem was talking about the deck you're mostly using, Shiro Marchetti's
right.
Gilded Reverie Lenormand, or if she or he was talking about the deck I'm using. So mine here, this is the Llewellyn deck. By the publisher Llewellyn. Llewellyn publishes a lot of tarot decks and oracle decks and Lenormand and other kinds of decks. And this is their own deck, which came out a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And it's all watercolor, done by. It's like gorgeous. And there's actually a URL we have for that because we've talked about it many times on the show. And it's psychic.cafe/Llewellyn. Now, Llewellyn has 4 L's and 2 E's. Okay, so it's psychic.cafe/LLEWELLLYN. And I put it in the chat there for you all. That'll take you right over to the page on Llewellyn's website, which is one of the only places you can get that deck. It's a rare deck. And it's not super expensive. Let me check it right now. Shoot. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, here we go. Llewellyn.com. It's around it's on sale right now.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Okay, it's normally $31.99. And like I said, that's really, it's on the higher end, but not like the crazy $50, $60, $70 decks. Most decks are in that $15 to 20 something sweet spot. Some you can get like really old decks, common decks, I should say, decks, Wade Smith. You can get them for $5, So $31.99 is a good deal, but it's on sale right now, $22.39. By the way, we don't make a dime on this. We are not affiliate. We are affiliated with Llewellyn, but we don't have an affiliate account. We don't have an affiliate link, nothing like that. We're just giving you a link that's easy to remember, psychic.cafe/Llewellyn. Take you right over. You can order this deck. Even last Thursday, you and I, Michelle, we were on with Ellie, and even Ellie said she was going to go out and buy this deck. So the three of us could be using the same deck. And it's got the red Welsh dragon on the back. Llewellyn, if you don't know, is a common Welsh name. Wales in the United Kingdom is what we're talking about. A part of my heritage is Welsh. The Perrys
Yep.
are from Wales, and I love the Welsh dragon, you know. And the neat thing is the minor arcana cards are very close to, here's the Page of Pentacles. They're very close to the Waite Smith. So anybody that's been using Waite Smith can instantly pick up and use this deck.
Yeah.
They're just prettier. So, you know, it's almost the same image, slightly, maybe slightly changed. You know, it just looks better. Sometimes they have a better take on certain cards, but most of them, you know, like that Seven of Swords that we were just talking about with the high grass and everything, it's basically the same thing, only unlike the Waite Smith, he's got a little helper here trying to help him. You know, his son or his grandson is helping him drag more of the swords out. And you know, slight different, but it's just a better done image, you know, and it's done in watercolor. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now the major arcanas are different. They're from Welsh mythology. And you know, like this is the strength card. So instead of a lion with the mouth being closed by a woman, you know, you've got a boar here running next to a knight on horseback here. And it's Churich Twithen. And I know I'm butchering that name, you know, but it comes with this really nice, fairly thick, really nice guidebook, and it tells you the stories. And when you read the stories, a lot of it has Arthurian legend, you know, King Arthur, and then other Welsh mythologies, and just reading all the different backgrounds of each of the major arcana cards. I'll give you an example. Here's the Hermit card 9, right? Pretty similar. I mean, instead of being on top of a mountain with snow and everything, on top of this set of rocks here with the snakes. Remember, serpents are wisdom. But look, the Welsh mythology is Mirrodin. Where have we heard that before? Merlin. You guys heard it as Merlin. It's in Welsh. There you go. So yeah, it's a really cool deck to get. However, I did want to mention, for anybody that's interested in the Gilded Reverie, Lenormand, if you're going to start learning Lenormand, I highly recommend that you get his deck, Ciro Marchetti's. It's just gorgeous. You've been seeing the images from Michelle tonight, and we have a URL for that too. I put it in the chat.
Yep.
Psychic.cafe/Gilded Reverie. And Gilded is like it sounds, Gilded. Reverie is Reverie. So it's psychic.cafe/
90 seconds.
Gilded Reverie, if you want to catch that. And perfect timing. We're at the end of the show.
Yes.
We went a little longer, you know, 30 minutes longer than we planned, but we got every call in and every question in chat. It was really great. Mornita came in. Mia, I'm just gonna say Mia came in.
Yep.
and Sem came in, and Donna. Yes.
Oh, hi, Donna.
Yeah. So if we didn't,
seconds.
I think there might have been a couple of questions we didn't get to, but if we didn't get to your question, remember, we're going to be back tomorrow. Michelle might join us. I don't know. I'm
going to try.
I haven't even talked to Ellie yet to see if she's going to make it. She probably will.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, you know, but it might be me and Ellie. It might be me and Michelle. It might be me and Michelle and Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Ellie. She's awesome.
So join us, you know, same bat time, same bat channel, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Same phone number, 714-816-4628. You can write that down. You can even write down the URL to take you here.
10 seconds.
To the YouTube. Of course, we would like it better if you actually subscribed.
Yes. Like.
And that way you can go and hit the all of our upcoming shows are our lives are on the channel. You can click notify, you'll be notified. But the URL again is, I'm going to pop that up here.
Awesome.
Okay. And by the way, this is to grab Maria's book, psychic.cafe/angel book. And if you want to know what we're talking about here, it's the new revised edition of the Angel Practitioner Handbook that goes hand in hand with her course, the CAP course, Certified Angel Practitioner course. Yes. But in here, I was really going to see if I can type that out live. So that's what it looks like. Yep. And so if you any day you type that in, anytime you type that in, it's going to tell you, it's going to take you right to the next show.
Yep.
And if we're live, we're going to be there going live. If it's early or it's the day before, you can click the notify and it'll let you know. Really cool stuff. Really cool. Yes. Anyway, we got to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for being here and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
We've had a great night. Absolutely.
Really great night. Really great night. And I think tomorrow is going to be even better. Hey, Blog Talk worked. It's always a good night when Blog Talk finally
works. Yes, it is.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog